I'm Hope here at Crafty Hope, and welcome to my Icad Stitches project. I'm going to tell you a little bit about it to introduce this new week 4. I've got 3 other weeks. Hopefully this one is going up on time, but some of it's going to be filmed while I'm out of town. I haven't left yet. I should be starting to pack today. It is Thursday, June 22nd. And the 22nd day of Icad. Now, Icad is Index Card a Day, and it is the brainchild of Tammy Garcia, who you'll find on her Daisy Yellow website or as Gypsy999 on Instagram. She hosts this every year, and this is like, I don't know, it's over 10 years old, but basically it's about doing some art on an index card, using a 3x5 or 4x6 or creating your own somewhere in that range, and just making some art every day for all of June and July. She does give weekly themes and daily prompts to kind of inspire you, but they're not necessary, they're not required. I tend to write them down, and if I like them, I use them, and if I don't, I don't. In addition, my friend Nina Fickett has Mixed Media Icad, and she has daily prompts as well. So I will put links to both of them below so that you can learn more about them and about Icad in general. This year, I am using the prompts for the most part, but I decided to work on my embroidery stitching this year. I've been wanting to get a little more into it, and I decided to, in order to like explore stitches and kind of know a little bit about them, I would do a challenge that I've done for the past, I don't know, 5 years or something, and incorporate those stitches. So I am working through, for the most part, this book called Stitch Sampler by Lucinda Ganderton. I will put a link to it below. On Amazon, well, at least the closest thing I can find to it. When I looked, it doesn't look exactly like my book. Anyway, I'm working through it. This past week, I finished up all the outline stitches, and starting today, I'm going to start working on border stitches. So the border stitch I'm working on today is the first one in the book, which is the Paris stitch, which is also the open square stitch. It looks like it's just 2 little lines that you can basically make backward L's over and over again. So it shouldn't be too hard, and I am going to try to use it as a border stitch on here. Excuse me, y'all. On my card, I think I'm going to try to do both the paper and some fabric. The prompts from Tammy and Nina are, sorry, my card's wet because I painted it, and so now I'm covered in paint. The Daisy Yellow prompt from Tammy is Unexpected, and the Mixed Media Icad prompt from Nina is Asemic Writing. So Asemic Writing, I'm pretty sure I can work in. For Unexpected, I have an idea, but I don't know if it'll work. So we'll both have I'm not going to spoil it for you because I don't know. So I did paint my card just to try to sturdy it up a little. It's still wet. I'm letting it air dry. I've got a little bit of fabric on my little hoop. This is, I don't even remember, 2 or 3 inch hoop, maybe 2 inches. It's the smallest one I can find. So I'm just going to work on that, and I've got a bunch of threads. I don't want to pull it too hard in my little pin cushion here that are, you see, hanging. So I'm going to try to maybe work some of those in to get them off my needles and out of that out of that cushion. So that is it so far. I'm going to tell you, I just finished editing week 3's video so I can get it up, but you know, you're seeing this a week later, and so I'm hoping, I don't know, maybe not this week since I'm planning on packing, but I'm getting tired of seeing this here. I'm like, you know, when's the last time I changed my board? And, you know, most of the wire here I don't even use. So I need to, this is making me want to do that. Now I'm doing this in a vlog series because watching me stitch I know isn't fun. I will show y'all snippets of it, but for the most part, I know just watching somebody stitch for a while, especially when they're learning and maybe not doing it right, is not the funnest thing. And I've been wanting to do a vlog for a while, so I thought this might be my intro to vlogging. So, all right, y'all, I've been talking far too long. I'm going to get to stitching. That wasn't hard. It wasn't hard at all. I just let it go on much longer than it should have. I've got other things I need to do today. I know I spent almost an hour doing this. It was easy. I really liked it on the fabric. On the card, I did it as well, and it was easy as long as I pre-punched the holes, which I knew would be the issue. So basically punch 2 lines of holes to get that, and yeah. So that's my card. It doesn't look like anything spectacular until you do the unexpected and lift where it says surprise, which I thought a surprise is unexpected. That's what unexpected is. So it's, you know, I could have done something else on here. Like I said, I really like how this turned out. The stitching around here is fine. I've got the scenic writing in the background. It's, you know, it's an okay card. This, like I said, it's called the Paris stitch. I don't know why, but it's super easy. Yeah, 2 stitches over and over again. Like I said, pre-punching the holes made it even easier. So that's today's part, you know, first day of week 4. We'll see. We hope tomorrow is just as fun. It is Friday, June 23rd, and the 23rd day of Icad. So it's the second day of this week, and I'm kind of excited about it because all the prompts and everything seems to work together. So my stitch today is another one of the border stitches, second border stitch, and it is a fern stitch. So it kind of looks like a fern or a plant of some kind. So, which works great because the daisy yellow prompt is Enchanted Forest. So I did this to my card so far, which I think kind of with some sprays and inks and stuff, and I kind of love it as it is. And I don't know if you can see some of the like glitter sparkle in it to make it enchanted. That was my idea. I did the same thing with some fabric. I initially sprayed it green, like the greens I put on there, but then I decided I wanted it brown. So it's brown and it's got glitter sprays. It's again enchanted. And the Mixed Media Icad prompt for today is fabric. So hey, embroidery. So that's going to be fairly easy. So I'm excited about this one. I'm also excited. Nina, who is the host of Mixed Media Icad, was thinking of me when she was doing some shopping and found some 2-inch embroidery hoops. So she sent me a pack of them. So thank you, Nina. Y'all go check Nina out. She's pretty awesome. And y'all, she is so close. And by the time y'all see this, she may be at it, but she is so close to 1,000 subscribers. Please go follow Nina. She has all kinds of great content, and she's a good friend. So I'm excited because I can use these for smaller strips of fabric like this that won't fit in my bigger hoops. So I'm excited to take these on my trip next week. So okay, so I'm gonna do a fern stitch. We'll see how this goes. That was super awesome. I really like that stitch because it looks like something, I guess. It's super cute. I don't know. Maybe it's the whole Enchanted Forest fantasy thing, because, you know, elves and wizards and hobbits and all that. That's very much my my bag of happy. So yeah, I got this card done. I made it to look like, I don't know, like a little fairy door, an arch, or a hobbit hole door or something. I I don't know. I love it. I'm so happy with this, and I love that I chose to use that variegated thread because it, I don't know, it worked where it got lightest up here and it was darkest on these bottoms. I could have probably gone with one more stitch there. It's a little off, but it's okay. It's out in the woods. It's organic. I love it. I'm a happy girl with this one. So yeah, fern stitch, super easy, just 3 straight lines coming off, and I can definitely see myself using this one again, so I have to remember it. All right guys, I will see y'all in a minute tomorrow. It is Saturday, June 24th, so the 24th day of Icad. I am going, oh, and first off, excuse the whole look I have going on. It is a yard work and pool day. I might do, I don't know, maybe some packing later. We'll see. I'm looking forward to getting in the pool and grilling and stuff in a little bit. So that's the plan for today before I have to, you know, do other things. But I'm trying to get this done so that I can focus on all of that. So it's kind of a laid back day today. Whatchamacallit, what was I gonna say? The stitch I'm gonna do today is the Bosnian stitch. I can't remember what the other name was, but it looks like a backwards N kind of, so just like a zigzag, like a straight up. And anyway, we're gonna see how I work it in. I really don't know what I'm doing with the prompts today. Well, kind of. The Daisy Yellow prompt is bubble, and I have a stamp, I'll show it to you in a little bit, it's in the other room, that is bubbles, or it looks like bubbles, and it's just a background stamp, so I'm gonna put that on the card, I think. Or maybe I'll put it on the fabric. Oh, I've already put the fabric in the hoop. I don't know about that. And then the Mix Me the Icad prompt from Nina is Elation. Y'all, I don't know what to do with that. I can't, I mean, I know it means joy and happiness and all of that, and bubbles kind of bring me joy and happiness, so I don't know. I don't think I have anything. You know what? Maybe I have a sticker with a champagne bottle or something on it. I'm gonna look, because, you know, elation, like celebratory, that might work with the bubbles, you know? So we'll see. I just don't know what to, how to combine it all. So right now it's about the stitch. I'm gonna get the stitch, and then I'll think on that other stuff. I'm not as excited about today's as I was about yesterday's. So yesterday's was still pretty awesome. We'll see. It's just fine. It's basically making a bunch of vertical stitches and then doing some angle stitches the other way. I'm sure you saw that in my video, but it's an okay stitch. Like, it's definitely not as much fun as that fern stitch yesterday, which is definitely more my style, but I'm glad I did it. It's an easier stitch. Oh, what was it? It's called also a fence stitch, I think was the other one for it. And this is what I made. Like I said, I'm gonna throw it everywhere. Like I said, I found a sticker with some champagne on it. I think it's champagne. I don't know. It's a sticker I had, and just kind of did the stitch around and then typed up a little phrase, and you can see I've got the bubbles in the background. So I don't know if it fits the elation prompt so great, because I'm still struggling with, like, I don't know how to show joy like that. So I think a celebratory breaking over and some bubbly is the best I can do. All right, easy peasy, done. Hello, Monday, June 25th, the 25th day of Icad. I'm going to work today on my chevron stitch, which is an easy border stitch, so we'll see. It's interesting. It might be something I like, so I'm gonna try it out. The other two prompts, the Daisy Yellow prompt today is dictionary, which I think is super easy. I took some dictionary paper and I glued it onto my card. And then the Mixed Media Icad prompt is super heavy gesso. That's a little bit harder because I don't actually own any super heavy gesso. So what I've decided to do, I actually found that I have some heavy gesso in white and black from Finnabair, and I've scraped some of the white on there. When that dries, I'll scrape some black, I may scrape some more white, and I'll just put layers of heavy to make it super heavy. That's my intent anyway. That'll be all for the background. I might spray some ink or something on it to give a little interest to all that texture, but we'll see. We'll see. For now, I'm gonna work on my chevron stitch. Yeah, we'll see. I totally failed to mention that I've got some scrap thread, I do that, scrap fabric on one of these little hoops that Nina gave me, because I want to see if I can do one of these border stitches and move my hoop down. So that'll be another experiment today. That's an alright stitch. It ends up looking like Roman numerals to me, like a 5, you know, like the V5 or something like that. It's alright. It's a chevron, I suppose. Mine's super wonky. I didn't draw my lines straight before I put it on the hoop. I did it after, so they're super wonky lines, and it's fine. I've made a fun card. You can see I smeared the gesso over the top. I splattered a little bit of Wild Honey Distress Oxide on there because it matched, and I thought it would be good for that kind of grungy feel. And I stuck on that Tim Holtz quote with some of my E6000, and yeah, pretty happy with that. It's a cute card. It's not, you know, the stitch itself is whatever. I tried it. I'm gonna, you know, work through these stitches. So let me see, tomorrow's should be interesting. Ooh, let's see how that is. So yeah, I'm gonna get on with this one, show you a few looks at it, and love to know what you think. Hey, it is Monday, June 26th, the 26th day of Icad. I leave day after tomorrow out of town, so that'll be the last video on this week. So oh my goodness, I think there's a frog in my window. Sorry. I just noticed something weird in my window, and I think it's a frog catching bugs. That's great. Okay, I've been a little frantic today. It is just after 4 o'clock, and I got to get dinner started soon because my husband has band practice tonight. So I'm gonna get as much as I can get done, and then if I have to come back after dinner and finish up, I will. So today the stitch that I'm working on is called the Thorn Stitch, which is interesting. It looks kind of like the Fern Stitch, I think, in that it's like a line with like this V coming off of it. But I don't know, it's got like this little twisty, interesting part in the middle. So it looks like it could be fun. I'm gonna try it. It is marked easy, so that's great. The Daisy Yellow prompt today is pinball, so I decided to take, where did I put it? Oh my gosh, I feel like crazy. This distress stain in brushed pewter and just daub it onto my fabric to make a circle that will be my pinball. If that doesn't work, I may just bring in some acrylic paint and paint over that because it seems to be like soaking it through the fabric. And then the prompt, the mixed media Icad prompt from Nina is fluorescent pink. Now I could have used some reflex rose ink, which is like my go-to fluorescent pink, but I have been wanting some neon or fluorescent colored embroidery floss because I don't have any. So I needed to go, well, I didn't need to, but I went to the craft store and looked and could not find it in the individual ones that I wanted, but Michael's had this pack. Y'all, I don't need 36 new strands of embroidery floss. I just don't, but it's neon and I've been wanting it, so I got it. There was a coupon, whatever. There's no blue in there, so I did get this blue, which is I can't remember what it's like, a pearl floss. So it's like the twisted floss and it's thick. I'll have to figure out what kind of needle I need for it, but since there was no blue of that and I don't have any of this kind of floss, I thought 2 birds, 1 stone. So I get that. All right, I'm gonna work on my thorn stitch. I don't know what I'm gonna do with my card yet. I may just put my fabric on top and we'll call it a day. So it's been a day. Well, I got made. I used that dot. I did that thorn stitch. The thorn stitch was great. It was a straight line and then you kind of couch over it from like further out in on either side. You saw the video. Great stitch. Could definitely see using it as a border. It's a lot like that fern stitch that I love, so maybe that I just like that style. I don't know. Soul. That's what I made. It's so bad, y'all. This is not my favorite card. Pinball, yeah, I've got my little pinball there, and I've got the fluorescent pink. I also brought in the reflex rose on a piece of cardstock and typed a word I was missing there, and I just mixed and matched some stickers to make a sentiment, and it's okay. I keep looking at it going, can't I do something else? And I don't know. I don't know. I'm running low on time and I got so many other things to do, and some days that's just what it's got to be. I did something. I was creative today, and that is a win. That's where we're gonna leave it until tomorrow. It is the 27th day. It's Tuesday the 27th. It's about 8:15 or so in the morning. I'm trying to get this done. If you remember, I'm heading out of town tomorrow and I'm trying to get things packed. And so I'm hoping to get my Icad done first thing so then I can focus on packing. But I thought I'd add in a little extra thing here before we talk about my Icad. And I'll show you what I have packed to take with me for my Icad. So I'm going to switch to the overhead camera and we'll take a look. Okay, so one of the first things, excuse my messy desk, that is one of the tasks I want to accomplish before I leave is get my Icad done and maybe clean my desk off so I come home to a nice clean desk, but we'll see how that goes. So this is the bag I'm taking with my Icad stuff. It has other like mixed media stuff in it too. This is just a cosmetic bag from Walmart. I was inspired to do that by Tiffany Golfsmith. I don't even know how many years ago. She posted she had a bag similar to this, but I found this one that I really liked. So I'm going to show you what's in it and we'll get to it. So first off, my Icads are in here somewhere. Uh-oh, where did I put them? Oh goodness, y'all. I've already lost my cards. They should be right here. Oh, I put them up here in the zipper. Okay, so I guess we'll start there with the zipper. I think I may have to move them, but I think I put them up here to make them easier to find. So here are the 5 Icads that I will have to do. I've got my prompts, I've got my stitches I want to do on them, and then a couple of them have a couple ideas of how I want to do them. Excuse me, I've also got a couple of the things I gathered that I thought would go with some of the prompts. So got a stencil and a magazine cut out, some yarn, a charcoal pencil, a distress marker, and then a couple glue sticks and a pencil sharpener up in here. So that's the general, you know, top pocket. No big deal. Going to put my Icads here. I can see them. Oh gracious, let me get them stuff back in here. Okay, so in this bigger case, this bigger pocket, I have an ink pad. I don't know why I even have that. I don't think I'm taking any stamps with me, but if I want to ink the edges, that's in there. So that's a stays on. These were already in here, along with a lot of the stuff was in here, and I just kind of kept it. There are quite a few playing cards here with some washi tape on it just for whatever. So, and I think this one's got some masking tape too. And then I've got a little pair of scissors. I may, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and grab these scissors to throw in here too. Hold on, my stencil I can see is crumpled and I don't want crumpled. Okay. Then I've got a little paper bag journal, y'all. This was a journal I made using a tiny paper bag, and I think that was a class from Erin DeCoste, possibly. Okay, so what else? I have a tripod here. This is a cheap one, but I also have the one I've been filming on, which is like a selfie stick tripod that folds down pretty nicely. So I will be taking this one as well for my filming. So these two are for the filming because I'm not going to take any other cameras besides my phone. That was just a call I had to make. I've got a handful of water brushes here. I probably don't need them, but I am taking my little Jane Davenport Watercolor Brights palette just so I have some color to put down besides the 1 or 2 things I have here. Then I have, I think I've got 2 embroidery hoops here, one of the little 2-inch ones, and this one I think is a maybe a 4-inch one. And then there's quite a few needles and several batches of embroidery floss. I may add some more to this because like yesterday's neon pink is here, and I might throw it in. I might also throw in that blue that I got yesterday. So this little book here is from C. Sarah Stitch class that I took, and I made it into a needle book. So I threw that in here. So I'll go ahead and throw those in here. Then I've got several glues, I believe. Let's see, how many glues did I take? So I've got the glue sticks, but then I've got these 2 glues. They're both I got at the Dollar Tree. My Fabri-Tac bottle is just too big to take, so I'm hoping I can get these to work. I might throw in some E6000, we'll see. A couple of gift cards for scrapers, a stack of fabric varieties, different, you know, neutrals, rust dyed, colored fabrics that I can choose from on the day. This is a bottle of Just, so you can see I've got it in an old pepper container. That's just, it's probably more than I need. Spray bottle of water. So that's really the bulk of it. I do have, okay, there is a front pocket here that has other things. So there's another little pair of scissors that are kind of bobo. And I've got a bunch, just an array of paintbrushes, pens, and pencils. Stabilo All, a charcoal pencil, some Sharpies, my favorite Dollar Tree pen, paint pens in black and white, and then a mechanical pencil. I've got a graphite drawing pencil and a just like a school pencil. So that is that front pocket. Let me get them all back in there. There's all scissors. And then there's this other little pocket that zips here, and it has just a few accessories. There's a couple little pieces of like scrap fabric, a kind couple things I can collage. I've got, let me see, this actually goes in another one of these little, I've made basically little folders here. So this one has different papers that I can collage if I feel like collaging with my glue stick. Let's see, this one has what I would consider focals, and these things were already in the bag, so I just kind of left them. So like some old photos, some decorative stickers, things like that, some stamps I've done. That's just a piece of paper. So, you know, things that I can collage down. And then this last one, I consider my like sentiment one. So it's got book pages I can cut words out of. It's got these Tim Holtz clippings. I've got a little Tim Holtz set here. And then there's a couple, I think, just words from magazines and one of my favorite stamps. So, and like I said, I threw this one in as well, just for fun. And that's it. That is it for Icad. I'm also going to be taking some of my jewelry supplies, but that's actually going to be from my bead box. That's a series. You can find that on, I'll put a link below on my blog. I keep a box of jewelry designs ready to be put together, and I will be taking that. I'm going to take it out of the plastic container to kind of compress it a little, and I'll take that and some wire and my travel pliers, and that will be it. I think I might, I'm trying not to take anything else, just some doodle stuff. I've got these pens, but I've got another roll of pens I'll probably take. So that is my craft supplies. I'm going to have to reorganize that because I think I've just messed it all up. I'm definitely taking too much, but some of that stuff was already in the bag. I just left it in there, and we'll see how it goes. I may, you know, decide that to just start collaging on something else. And if I get busy, you know, I always have to have busy hands. I'm not somebody that likes to sit in the thing I'm going to. There's a bit of sitting, so we'll see. Hopefully I might even just do some slow stitching. I'm tempted to take more fabric, but I don't really need to take more of anything. Anyway, let's talk about today. Did I say today was the 26th? It's the 27th. I don't know what day I said it is of June. So the stitch I'm going to be doing today is the cross stitch, so like cross stitch, and it's pretty easy. You just do diagonal stitches in either direction, it looks like. Yeah, there's two different versions of it in my book. It is easy. I might do the alternate version. I think I like that better, but we'll see. I'm going to look at it a little bit harder here in a second. The daisy yellow prompt for today is indigo. So I've pulled out, I've got this golden fluid acrylic in indigo. It's the only thing I have with the words indigo on it. And then I did pull out some like indigo thread or some dark blue thread. For person, I don't know what to do with that. That's the mixed media Icad prompt from Nina. So I decided to grab my stack of hand-drawn faces from my making faces. What is it? My 100-day project. I did one of them. I did faces. So I've got a few of the smaller ones that will fit on my card on top that I may, I don't know, put one of those on somehow. So that would at least use one of these 100 faces I've drawn. And I've got some cross-dyed fabric here in a hoop. Now I could try to stitch a face, but with the cross stitch, I don't know that that's easy. And again, this isn't about doing like complete things. It's just about doing stitches. Yeah, I've also got some other thread here, and whew, this is getting real long. So let me get to stitching. I think I'm just avoiding packing. I got like way involved in that. So that's the card I made. I did it here on the fabric, and I did it, I'm trying to think which way, this one first, and then I broke down some thread, and then I think these two I tried to do it the original method, which is just doing the diagonal stitches and then coming back and crossing them, which I found that a bit more wonky. I think if I had fabric that had like the holes, like cross stitch fabric that has the like grid holes on it, it would be better, because when I punched the holes in here, that probably would have worked here, and I liked that as well. Yeah, it's a fine card, it's a fine stitch, it's real basic, and I'm glad that's what it was for today, so I could play, because I can see I collaged and did stuff on the background, so that was great. I need to get packing, and I need to get this desk cleaned off, and I need to stop avoiding those things, because normally by now I am packed and ready to go, and I don't know. I cannot get myself in the groove, so I'm gonna go grab the laundry and try to get packed so I can maybe do some other things I enjoy today. I will see y'all on the road tomorrow. I don't know if I'm gonna film while I'm in the car and my mom's driving, or if I'm gonna try to do it while I'm at the hotel that evening, or what. So we'll see tomorrow how it goes. Hopefully you'll get to see this. See y'all then. Hey, it is, what day is it? It is Wednesday, the 28th of June, and the 28th day of Icad. I am out of town, as I mentioned before, and I'm kind of in between things and kind of hiding outside for the moment in this extreme heat. So I'm trying to also be quiet, so I'm hoping my microphone's picking this up. So anyway, my stitch today is called the long-armed cross, which is some kind of weird cross-stitching thing I'm going to try. It doesn't look too hard. I am using that thicker blue fabric thread that I bought because it says it does great with thicker threads, and since I have it, I'm going to use it. The Daisy Yellow prompt today is Asanoha pattern, which I looked up, and I found I have this stencil from the Dollar Tree, and the center one is kind of like that pattern. So I'm going to use it, but also the mixed media Icad prompt today is etching. So what I'm planning on doing is putting down a layer of watercolor to, and then using a baby wipe to pull it up, like to etch into it. That's my general idea. We'll see how it does. Like I said, I'm out of town. I'm kind of working on whatever. I've got this with a little bit of gesso on it. My previous thing where I showed you, I swapped out the gesso that I'm using because that big one was just too big for that bag. So it's hot out here. I'm gonna get inside and do this stitch, and yeah, and hopefully it turns out. We'll see. I don't know what I'm gonna do for the design of the card, but it'll be a surprise for us all. Okay, so that's done. I kept it fairly simple. Like I said, I'm out of town. I was working on it. The stitch is fairly easy. I had to undo it a couple times because I kept getting like messed up, but once I got the hang of it, I was like, oh, of course, this is this is how it's supposed to look. I kept it super simple. You can see some of that pattern there. This wind is, oh, I hope you can see it there. You can see some of that. I chose the quote on there because the event that I'm at is called Grand Assembly, so I thought that was kind of fun that that's on there. I went for all blue because, well, I'm in all blue too, and it's just a favorite. So that is it for this week. Hopefully I have this up on time, that y'all sat through all of this. I appreciate you for doing that. What else was I gonna say? You can check out all these. I should have other pictures of them, and hashtag hashtag Icad Stitches on YouTube. Make sure to like and subscribe, and leave me a comment if you have any questions about any of this. All right, guys, I hope to be able to be back. The rest, you know, if I don't get this coming week done, I will do it at home when I'm back and can catch back up, but that should not deter me from having the next video up on time. So, all right, I will see y'all later. Thanks so much for watching and supporting me and being here. It really means the world. Thank you.